UFC Fight Night, Burns versus Brady. This card is going to happen on September 7. I'm releasing an early prediction so you guys can already start your research. Before I start though, I want to let you know that we have a Telegram group that is free. It's a Telegram group where I share my plays, some of them. For example, we got Angela Hill and Ryan Loader. This card, both were posted before this card obviously started with good odds before the line started moving. This is just one example of what we have here. The link is in the description if you want to join. With that being said, let's start and talk about the first fight. We got Ramaska against Fletcher. They should have fought in the card that happened yesterday, but I think both have a staph infection and the fight was canceled, and now they're gonna fight this week. I don't know, too many things happening with this fight, so I'm probably gonna avoid betting it. I do think that Fletcher has the possibility to win here. I think the guy is more well-rounded. He should be able to get the back of Zygimantas and the submission. But Ramaska is tough. He was never submitted, but I think Fletcher is levels above the competition he had before that in the submission game. If it stays on the feet, Zygimantas should be able to outstrike Fletcher. That's why I'm quite concerned. I thought Offley's gonna win against Santos, but he couldn't take him down, and obviously Santos knocked him out. Same thing could happen with Fletcher if he can't take him down. But the thing about Fletcher, you can get to your back even when you're standing. So it's gonna be interesting. With that being said, I'm gonna pick Fletcher. I'm not gonna bet this fight, but let's see. Next fight we got Ovince Preux and Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann looked terrible, very low IQ, coming off of 3 losses where he could have won all 3 of them, maybe not the one against Krylov. Ovince Preux looked great against Kennedy in his Chikawu. Man, this is just 2 fighters that I had a very hard time reading. I'm gonna avoid this one. I will say that Spann should win. Again, if he's gonna be aggressive, he should win against St. Preux. But man, St. Preux looked great. This is a stay away from me, but I'm gonna go with Spann to get this done. Preux is 41 years old. The only reason he won against Kennedy is because he was so weak. Like, the guy didn't try to finish the fight. He was just playing it safe instead of being aggressive, which is what got him to where he was in the first place. He lost to Linz by knockout, got a split decision with Mauricio Rua. Tanner Bowser knocked him out. Jamel Hill knocked him out. Ryan Spann should knock him out if he does what he should do. So I'll pick Spann to win. Next fight, we got Chris Padilla and Rongzhu. Chris Padilla coming off his UFC debut win against James Luntop, who fought against Slava Claus yesterday. He got the takedown and submitted him. He's mostly a grappler. He's very tough. He's taking on Rongzhu, who's coming off, I think he's coming off road to UFC. No, yeah, road to UFC. The thing is, man, I'm not really impressed by the competition they have there. You see those guys, especially coming from the Asian industry, China. We saw that in Dana White Contender Series. They have 34 wins, 8 losses, 25 wins, 5 losses. But when you go and look at their competition, it's not that impressive. You know, you go back, you look, 2-2, 1-1, 2-9, 1-1, 0-1, 0-1, 11-4, 6-1, 1-1, 3-2, 13-10. So I'm not impressed by the numbers here. At the end, the guy got submitted 3 times in the first round and 1 time in the third round. So this is a red flag for me. I just think that Padilla should have the better grappling game. He should take Rongzhu down and submit him. I don't think he's gonna try to stand and bang with him. He got a lot of rear naked choke wins against better competition compared to what Rongzhu faced. So I'm picking him. Probably not gonna bet this fight because it's just 2 low level guys that I don't trust with my money. So I'm just pick Padilla. Maybe that the under could be under 2.5, might be a sneaky bet in this fight. Next fight, we got Gabriel Santos, and he's I miss Santos, man. I miss this guy. Last time he fought was against David Unama. They had a great fight where Santos was winning the first round, and then Unama came back strong and got the knockout win. The thing is, now he's fighting Yizha, who's mostly a grappler. He's a chain wrestler. He's going to come forward. He's going to try to take you down. I just don't think it's a good idea against someone like Santos, who's very dangerous off his back. We saw it in his fight against Unama, Murphy. Whoever tried to take him down had to avoid getting submitted. He has nasty arm bars. And he's very dangerous on the feet. Like, the guy can knock you out any day of the week. And I just think that it's going to be too much for Yizha, who already got knocked out in the past. He is a good grappler, though. So even if he gets Santos down, he might avoid those arm bars. He might stay safe. But, man, I think Santos is just better. So I like Santos to win here. Odds are not that great for him. You're getting Santos right now for 143. It's not that good. I think there's better spots in this fight. With that being said, let's move on to the next one. We got Andre Petroski against Dylan Budka. 2 wrestlers, and I'm going to give the edge to Petroski. I think he's more physical. I think he's more experienced. Dylan Budka coming off a loss to Cesar Almeida. And he didn't look that good. He took him down in the first round, but he got knocked out in the second. The thing is, he won't be able to do what he did to his other opponents. He wouldn't be able to do it to Petroski. Petroski is very physical. He's dangerous. He's coming off of... He had 2 losses in the last 5 fights, but against Michel Pereira and Jacob Malkoun. The loss against Pereira is not aging too bad. Pereira is on a winning streak, finishing everyone in the first round. Malkoun, man, he knocked himself out. He tried to take Malkoun down, but his head got hit by Malkoun's hip, and that essentially knocked himself out. But then he had a dominant performance against Fremd. I just think he's the more physical, stronger specimen out of the 2, so I'm gonna give it to Petroski. I like the over here. I see a lot of grappling exchanges here, a lot of time being burned against the cage, so I like the over as well. But Petroski should win here. How much are we getting for the over? No, we don't have the props yet. So I like Petroski to get it done. I'm saying by decision because Budka is tough. So give me Petroski by decision. Next fight, we got Isaac Dulgarian, the return of Dulgarian against Brendon Marotte. Isaac Dulgarian coming off a loss, a controversial loss to Christian Rodriguez, where I think that Dulgarian won the first 2 rounds convincingly. With that being said, he lost, and he's taking on Marotte, who's coming off a devastating loss to Terrence McKinney. Knee to ground and pound. Dulgarian should win here very dominantly. The line is obviously not bettable for Dulgarian. If I'm going to take Dulgarian, I'm going to wait for the props. Taking Dulgarian by knockout or the under. Fight not go the distance. It's probably going to be the best value in this one. We know what Dulgarian's going to do. He's going to take him down and going to ground and pound him, maybe get a submission. Dulgarian by finish, but moneyline is just not bettable. So I'm going to wait and look for the props with the under in this one. Next one, we got Jaqueline Amorim and Vanessa Demopoulos. I like Amorim here. I think she's the better grappler. She has the more slick jiu-jitsu, and she should get it done. In her last fight, she was the dog against Corey McKenna. I had her. I bet on her, and she got it done very quickly in the first round. Vanessa Demopoulos coming off a split decision win against Emily Ducote. I don't think that Amorim will be able to finish her, although she can do that. You know, she lost to Sam Hughes, is very tough. She got a win against Montserrat. She got a win against Corey McKenna. I just think that she has the better grappling here. I think she's more slick. She might find the submission, man. Especially if Vanessa will try to take it to the ground, which I think that's what we're gonna see here. So give me Jaqueline Amorim to win by submission. I like her. I like the momentum she starts to create. Vanessa Demopoulos coming off of 2 wins, which are quite questionable. So I'm just gonna take the fighter who looked more dominant, and that's Amorim, who I think has the more slick jiu-jitsu. Next fight, this is something I'm very interested in betting on. We got Andrea Lima taking on Felipe dos Santos. And I'm surprised, man. I've been looking at the lines, and Lima is the dog. And, man, he's been looking phenomenal. Great IQ. The thing about him, he can take you down, and he can strike with you. Felipe dos Santos, on the other hand, he's a great striker, very violent, very aggressive. But he's lacking with his wrestling. Coming off a win, a very controversial win against Victor Altamirano, who in my opinion dominated him. And he got robbed bad in that one. You just can't trust the referees, the judges in those fights. I do like Lima here. I think he's I wouldn't say he's the better striker, but I think he can use his striking with his grappling. He can get the takedowns. He can stay safe on the feet. He can get some ground and pound and have moments on the feet as well. He's just more well-rounded, and that should be enough for him to get the win here. The over might be good as well. I don't see either one of them getting knocked out. But, man, when Dos Santos fought against Manel Kape, he got tagged many times. He got dropped down many times. And Lima can do the same. And that's why I like him as the dog here. So give me Lima to get it done. I say by decision because Dos Santos is very tough. Next fight, starting the main card, we got a banger. We got Kyle Nelson and Steve Garcia. we know what Steve Garcia does. He go out there and he knocks you out. But man, Kyle Nelson has been doing the same lately, knocking out Algio, decision against Padilla, decision against Builder, majority decision against Du Ho Choi, and he lost to Herbert. Steve Garcia, on the other hand, man, knocked down Song Woo Choi, knocked down Ezekiel Costa, knocked out Chai Lien, knocked out Chase Hooper. Man, this is gonna be interesting. It's really hard for me to pick a winner here because I just was really impressed by both. I have to pick Nelson just because I think he is more well-rounded. I think he can stay safe on the feet. He has really good defense. Like, he likes to keep his hands high and keep his chin safe and just throw bombs, and at the same time he can take you down and he can knock you out or submit you. So I just like the well-roundedness of Nelson. With that being said, Steve Garcia is always live to get the knockout. That's why the under might be a good option here. But I just like the IQ from Nelson. I like what he has shown, and I like the fact that he's the dog here. Like, you get Nelson as the dog, 235. So that's just good value here, and I'm gonna take that value. Next fight, we got Trevor Peek and Yanal Ashmouz. Two very violent fighters, I would say, very aggressive fighters. Yanal Ashmouz coming off a loss to Chris Duncan, where he broke his arm in the first round, and after that he really couldn't do anything, and Duncan dominated him. What he did show is his ability to stay in the fight and fight through adversity, and showing he has a good chin because he got tagged a lot in that fight. On the other hand, Trevor Peek, he lost to Charlie Campbell. He got a win against Yaya and a loss against Marotte. I don't think Peek can knock out Ashmouz. He couldn't knock out Yaya. He couldn't knock out Campbell. And Ashmouz is dangerous, but I don't think Ashmouz can knock out Peek. I think the over 2.5 is the choice. I like the over here. We're going to get a juicy over just because both of them are very aggressive, but both of them are very durable as well. If I had to pick a winner, I would take Trevor Peek. He has the better camps, in my opinion. He's been more active, and I think that he's going to be better on the feet. So I'm picking Peek, but the over might be the bet I'm going to make. Next one, we got Schnell and Alessandro Costa. This is a clear Costa. I'm picking Costa here. He's been looking phenomenal, especially in his last fight against Borjas, where he knocked him out. I think it was in the second round. He used those leg kicks to just destroy Borjas, and Costa is dangerous. He's very powerful. He has good hands, and Schnell, bro, just looking terrible lately. Got knocked out by Ursa, got knocked out by Nicolau. He got a win against Sumaderchi, but got submitted by Royval. I can't trust his chin. His chin is gone, and if there's someone who's gonna find the chin, it's gonna be Costa. I'm picking Costa to win by knockout. I see him doing it in the first or the second round, and very confident pick for Costa to win by knockout. I like the under as well. So give me Costa to get it done. Next fight we got Jessica Andrade and Natalia Silva. I'm picking Silva here. Very confident. Silva has shown that she's a phenomenal striker. She's very fast. She can head kick you in any time, any place. And man, I just think that she can get it done. I think Andrade lost to Rodriguez in her last fight. She did look really good against Mackenzie Dern, but I don't know if she looked very good or Dern looked really bad. I just like Natalia Silva. I like the momentum she's coming in. I like her kicking game. She can stay safe on the outside. Andrade is always dangerous, but she has a questionable chin, and a striker like Silva can definitely find and crack that chin. So give me Silva to win. I see her winning by knockout or decision, but I'm confident that Silva will get it done. In the main event, we got Gilbert Burns and Sean Brady. I like Sean Brady, man. He looked phenomenal against Kevin Gastelum. He has good striking, good and really good grappling, man. And Gilbert Burns, 38 years old. He couldn't submit JDM. He injured his arm against Muhammad, but he couldn't take him down. Got a win against Masvidal, got a win against Magny, but Sean Brady, man, just looking too good lately. And man, he's dangerous, like anywhere. I think he will keep this fight on the feet, and he can win here, in my opinion, via knockout, via decision. I don't see him submitting Burns, but I don't see Burns submitting Brady as well. I just think that the age and time is against Burns. He's been in wars, man, and it's just too bad for him because Brady has been looking phenomenal, especially against Kevin Gastelum, where I had Gastelum, but Gastelum looked terrible. I'm picking Brady to win. I think he has the better striking. He can keep it on the feet, and he can stay safe in case Burns take him down. So that's for me. That's it for me. Parlay section. I want to give you a few parlays that are gonna be only 2 picks with good value. So let's start with the first parlay. I like Petroski, and you can take Petroski with Costa by KO. I don't know how much it is, so I like Petroski, and you can parlay him with Lima. I think Lima can get it done. You can take him with Lima or the over in this fight. I like the under with Isaac Dulgarian, but I don't know what's the odds, so again, I cannot say I like it. So, Sean Brady, you can take Sean Brady and parlay him with Petroski. Also, Santos, you can take Santos with Spann. That's another interesting parlay. Moneyline, I would just take Andre Lima. The value, I like the value here. I like his ability to use his wrestling with addition to his striking. I like Nelson moneyline as well. You get really good value. Again, he can use his wrestling. He can stay safe on the feet. I like his momentum. And Garcia, it feels like he's gonna knock you out or he's gonna get knocked out. That's the thing about him. Nelson, though, he showed he can go 3 rounds. He can stay safe against really good strikers like the one he faced, the Mexican one, Padilla. So I like Nelson, just taking Nelson money line, taking Lima money line. Amorim, you can take Amorim and Spann. You can take Amorim and Santos, another parlay that might be interesting. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, if you want to know what I'm gonna do, just join the Telegram group. The link is in the description. It's a good place to chat, talk about fights, and yeah. That being said, guys, if you enjoyed the content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.